Oil is a very important part to your car's maintenance, and you should try to stay on top of it as much as possible. You should definitely change your oil once every 3,000 miles or every 3 months, whichever comes first. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do an oil change on it. In this video, I'm going to need 6.5 quarts to change the oil on a 2008 Nissan Armada. So I went ahead and got the oil already. Including the oil, you also need to buy a brand new oil filter to replace the oil filter that's already on the car. And you'll also need an oil pan to drain the oil once you take out the oil cap. For this installation, you'll be needing a 1/2-inch ratchet, 3/8-inch breaker bar, 14mm socket, safety goggles, an oil filter wrench, and safety gloves. For the first step, you want to take the 3/8-inch breaker bar with the 14mm socket and loosen the oil cap, which will then drain the oil you already have in your car into the oil pan. Once all the oil is drained into the oil pan, you want to go ahead and take the oil cap and attach it back to where you got it from and tighten it again with the 3/8-inch breaker bar with the 14mm socket. Next, you're going to want to take the oil filter wrench and attach the 1/2-inch ratchet to it and go ahead and twist until the oil filter comes loose. Once the oil filter is loose enough, you're going to go ahead and want to use your hands to take off the oil filter and then let the oil that is inside the oil filter drain into the oil pan. Now, like I stated previously in the video, you need to replace your oil filter every time you do an oil change. And before installing the oil filter, you need to put oil around the O-ring and install the oil to prevent the oil pump gears from getting damaged. Next, go ahead and attach the new oil filter to where the oil filter originally was and tighten it as tight as possible with your hands. Next, you're going to go ahead and want to grab a funnel and gradually pour in all your oil. In this case, we went ahead and used 6.5 quarts for the Nissan Armada.
Now that all the oil is in, go ahead and turn on the vehicle and check for any leaks. Next, go ahead and take the dipstick and check that your oil level is up to par.
Now we're in the vehicle that we just changed oil on. We're gonna make sure that everything's running great, and we're gonna go to O'Reilly's to dump the oil that we just filled the oil pan with. We're gonna come dump the oil.
By disposing of your oil properly, you have now recycled your oil, which can be used later for future oil. And once this is done, you have successfully completed an oil change.